Good morning, Freezer Meal fans. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to go over what this group is going to be about, what I'm going to be offering, and how we can all kind of stay together as a community here and help each other out through these what's for dinner dilemmas. I'm going to start off with Tastefully Simple Freezer Meal Workshops, basically because they are no-brainers. They give you the kit of spices, the grocery list, how to finish it off, labels, all kinds of great stuff that just makes it super simple. If you've never been to a freezer meal workshop before, you do not have to attend a workshop. I have people in other states, I have neighbors that ask me to just ship it to them, and they assemble it in their own home. So you do not have to be at a workshop in order to do this. But basically what you get is I will be posting a menu. If the menu sounds good to you, you will purchase a set of spices and sauces, and typically they run between $50 and $60. Now, I'm not able to, and that includes shipping, I'm not able to quote you an entire price for what a workshop would cost because that all depends on how you shop for your meat and your other items that will go into it. But I can tell you I'm very conscious to make sure these meals are $15 or under total, including your spices. If you've ever gone through the drive-thru, typically it should cost you more than that to feed your family at McDonald's, and we're talking about real food here with leftovers. So these meals, how it works basically is you decide, yep, that menu's for me, you purchase it, or you attend a workshop and pre-purchase your kit of spices, and then I give you a grocery list. You go get your groceries, and you basically assemble raw typically. Most of the time the meat is raw that you're working on, and you put it in a freezer meal bag, you add in some spices, some sauces, different ingredients, you kind of squish and mush and get all of the stress of the week out, and you will go home, put a label on, or you'll put a label on there, and it'll tell you how to finish it off, whether it's in the crock pot, on the stove, and what things you need to go with it. If you need any side dishes. So this is the garlic ranch chicken. This is a freezer meal workshop that I made for my family. You can see it's nice and flat, so you can get a lot of them in your freezer there that way. This, if you needed a visual, that's kind of how it goes. They actually go right inside that bag, and there are 6 chicken breasts in there for my family to have for dinner. These meals I generate to make sure that they feed 5 to 6 adults. So if it is just the 2 of you, or you're single, gosh, I'm so sorry, don't make a video staring at yourself, you notice your hair. If you're single or you have small kiddos, a lot of times these workshops can be cut in half. I have men and women that attend my workshop that instead of going home with 10 meals, they go home with 20 because they're able to cut some of them in half. And as you start assembling them, you know what your family eats, and you'll know, hey, this is a good one to make on Friday because we'll have leftovers for the weekend, or yeah, I can definitely cut this in half. This is more than my family will eat. So that's how it works. Now, if you are a person that maybe doesn't prefer to do this freezer meal cooking and make 10 at a time, we do have packs that you can buy for an entire month. And what that will get you is a big amount of spices and ingredients, and then it will give you a calendar. And if you just picture Monday through Sunday, and then week 1, 2, 3, and 4 on a calendar, there is a picture on each day with the recipe name telling you what you'll make that day with the recipe on the back. So if you are just looking to increase your repertoire and have an entire month without thinking, and maybe you have time and you want to make it that night, these are quick meals typically, like think the whole 30-minute meal idea, we can absolutely do that. Some of the great benefits to these workshops is it's going to call for garlic maybe in a recipe, and you have bought that in your spice kit. The best part is there's going to be a lot left over. This isn't going to just be one time you're going to use that garlic on one meal. A lot of my attendees that have done this in the past will tell you they have a lot left over and can make that meal again and again using those spices. So if you've ever been to a workshop within the last 12 years, I'm sure you remember it being good. The dips were delicious, and you liked such and such of a thing. But basically I'm trying to show you how to turn those dips into dinner so you can get more value out of that same 2 tablespoons that makes 1 cup of dip will make your family an entire super tasty dinner. These are heavy on protein, so that's a great thing because you can decide, like I said, if it's enough for your family or if you want to cut back on it, if you want to make it into 2 meals. There's a lot of different options. So that's how we're going to get started. And I'm going to post some things here and there. Please feel free to share recipes. Like I said, this is Tastefully Simple, but if somebody has a great recipe that they want to share, I am all about that, because I do mix Tastefully Simple in with my daily cooking. And it's very simple when you get in the mindset of 1 teaspoon of garlic equals a fresh clove. You start making daily substitutes that way too, and that way we can all show each other the value in our kits that we're purchasing. So please feel free to share, ask questions, and I will get started here soon with posting some of the menus that you can check out and see if that's for you. Now, there is a way to leave this group if this is not for you. Up across the top, there should be a button that says Leave Group. Now, in that same leg, there's also, if you know your friend absolutely needs this and she should be doing this with you, you can add her to the group. My goodness. There is a spot over against the side that you can add somebody. Now, when you add somebody, the only thing I ask is that you make sure you have their permission ahead of time. I'm sure we've all woke up and been part of a group we didn't even know we had been part of, and someone just added us without even telling us. So please make sure you have their permission before adding them. And the only other thing, what else did I want to say? I think that is it. Well, we can post everything else online here as we get started. But again, enjoy this, have fun. This is all about coming together as a community and reducing that stress of what's for dinner. Whether you are a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, a stay-at-home dad, a single dad, a husband, wife, anybody that eats, you are in the right place, because I'm going to take a lot of this stress out of cooking for you, and you're really going to enjoy some fantastic dinners. I can't imagine my life without these meals anymore, and the stress that is reduced in our family. So, oh, and the other thing is, you can do these at home yourself, or you can host a freezer meal workshop where you get a bunch of friends together. I give you everything that you need for that. Now, the benefit to hosting is that you do get the host benefits just like any party plan, and a lot of my hosts tend to use that money that they get from their hosting rewards as a way to purchase their spice kit. So that's always an option too. But do know that plenty of people just assemble these at home, and you don't have to get a bunch of people together if that's outside of your comfort zone. So, okay, let's get some things going. Please post questions under this video. If I miss something or if there's something that isn't clear, I'll be happy to answer them for you, and then we'll be posting menus here soon for you to take a look at. I hope you have a great Friday and enjoy your weekend. Stay warm.